Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you drive a Ram truck, especially a diesel model, and you've seen the code U010E pop up on your scanner, you're in the right place. Today, we're breaking down what this code means, why it happens, and most importantly, how you can fix it. So, grab your tools, and let's get into it. First things first, what exactly is U010E? The official definition is lost communication with glow plug module. In simple terms, your truck's main computer, the powertrain control module, or PC, is trying to talk to the glow plug control module, but it's not getting a response. Think of it like a phone call that won't connect. The glow plug module is crucial for starting your diesel engine, especially in cold weather. It controls the glow plugs, which are like tiny heaters that warm up the engine S cylinders so the diesel fuel can ignite properly. When the PCM can't communicate with this module, it sets the U010E code and usually turns on the check engine light. You might also notice your truck is hard to start, or won't start at all, when it's cold. You could also see the glow plug indicator light flashing or staying on longer than usual. So, what causes this communication breakdown? There are a few usual suspects. The most common culprit is a wiring issue. The communication network in your truck is called the CAN bus, which is a complex web of wires. If any of these wires going to the glow plug module are damaged, maybe they're frayed, corroded, or have been chewed by a rodent, the signal gets lost. It's like a cut in the phone line. Another common cause is a problem with the module itself. The glow plug control module can fail internally due to age, heat, or moisture. It's an electronic component, and like any electronic device, it has a lifespan. Less often, but still possible. The issue could be with the PCM. However, if the PCM is failing, you'll likely see a whole bunch of other communication codes along with U010E blown. Fuses or faulty relays that supply power to the module can also be the problem. And don't forget about a weak or failing battery. Modern vehicles are very sensitive to voltage, and low battery power can cause all sorts of strange electronic glitches, including communication errors. Alright, let's talk about how to diagnose this problem. First, always check for other codes. If U010E is the only code present, it makes our job easier. If there are other U codes, you might have a wider network problem. Next, do a visual inspection. Pop the hood and locate the glow plug control module. On many Ram trucks, it's mounted on the passenger side of the engine bay, near the firewall or inner fender. Look closely at the wiring harness and connectors going to the module. Do you see any signs of damage, corrosion on the pins, or loose connections? Wiggle the connector and wires to see if it affects anything. A simple loose connection can be the entire problem. If the wiring looks good, the next step is to check for power and ground at the module's connector. You'll need a multimeter for this. With the key on, you should have battery voltage on the power wire and a good ground connection. You can find a wiring diagram for your specific year and model online, or in a service manual to know which pins to test. This is a critical step because if the module isn't getting power, it can't turn on to communicate. If you have confirmed that the power and ground are good, the next logical step is to suspect the module itself has failed. At this point, replacing the glow plug control module is a common and often successful repair. It's usually held in place by a few bolts and is relatively easy to access. Just disconnect the battery first, then unplug the electrical connectors, unbolt the old module, and install the new one. Reconnect everything. Clear the codes with your scanner, and start the engine. If the code doesn't come back and the truck starts normally, congratulations, you fixed it. If the code persists after replacing the module and checking the wiring, the problem might be more complex, potentially involving the CAN bus network itself or the PCM. At that stage, you might need a more advanced scan tool to test the network, or consider taking it to a professional technician who specializes in vehicle electronics. But for most DIers, tackling the wiring, fuses, and the module itself will solve the U010E code 9 times out of 10. That's a wrap on diagnosing and fixing the U010E code on your Ram truck. Hopefully, this guide gives you the confidence to tackle this issue yourself and save some money. Remember to be safe. Always disconnect the battery before working on electrical components. And take your time. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel for more repair guides, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next video. Have any questions or your own experience with this code? Drop a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.